It was what you probably would predict from pretty much any activist kind of gathering. Although there was a little bit of an entertaining sideshow, and we'll get to that story. But so the point is, we got there and it was very calm, and the scene was pretty much a lot of the same people we always do activism with. But who did show up was another camp of people that I've actually never seen before. But I guess you might approximately describe them as nihilists. Right, the people who don't believe that actual political advocacy makes a difference, or even can, or that we should even try, and that the world is hopeless, and that so we should live essentially in antagonism to everything. And I don't know what kind of falling out had happened between the camp that I had previously thought they actually made the people that I previously thought were the radicals of that movement to actually look fairly moderate. So if that gives you any idea of the kind of scene that went down. But it wasn't, it was a tense kind of moment between them, but at the same time, it was obvious that the people knew each other, and that their spirit of antagonism was understood. So it wasn't necessarily welcome. It kind of made everybody feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it wasn't, let's see, it was confrontational, but yet in a non-violent way. So it was kind of, interesting is an understatement. It was kind of like, it was a study of a type of dynamic I'd never seen before. But again, with the, I don't know, if I had been monitoring everybody's conversations, even to hear that brewing, what actually came out of it, I don't know. It just, well, I don't know. I have no idea, no way of knowing what was going on behind the scenes. Online we do speak more. Maybe that explains the police presence. I don't know. Maybe there were some, emails flying around. Who knows? But what I observed in the moment was people who, I don't know. How would you describe what happened, Dane?
I would just say people who have a lot of anger in them, lashing out. Verbally, basically, and they haven't found a way to make themselves happy. And when you don't have any happiness, you sometimes end up with a big old lump of anger.
Well, yeah, that's when I wouldn't say that I went into a nihilist headspace where I was deliberately doing harmful things to the world, or people around me on purpose, or even myself. But I went into a very libertine state of mind, I'll put it that way, where I decided that I was, the world was going to end anyway, and so, I was just going to, do what I wanted to do. And, it was a self-destructive time in my life, I will put it that way. And, it's true that, there's a sense of despair, and a sense of hopelessness, and a sense of, I don't know, there was some anger. I'm a person who, here's what I find paradoxical about the whole thing is, how do you organize around the concept of nihilism? Isn't nihilism, what I can say is, when I was in that headspace, I expressed my apathy by actually not caring. But, so, you didn't see me at a political rally because I didn't care. Who doesn't care so hard that they make a banner expressing their apathy, and then they go to a political rally and go out of their way to heckle the organizers, to make loud, disruptive, I don't know, it was kind of you could almost call it street theater, except it lacked any sense of trying to be artful. It was just, I don't know, tasteless, but yet fascinating. That's the only thing I can say about this, no, that's not the only thing I can say. I just obviously said a whole lot more than that. But, have you ever seen anything like that before, Thane?
This is pretty unique in my recent experience.
That's a good way of putting it. What I saw today at the MAYDAY rally between the nihilists, it's a really exciting thing to see unfolding, and I think that, this is exactly what the power structure is terrified of. This is why it has sought to divide us up and to sanitize the ideas, and to only allow the very least of the radical challenges to come to the forefront. Right, so we felt in the space today that even though the nihilist camp was being disruptive, solidarity calls for us to recognize that we have a common struggle,